Hi, today is Saturday, July 11th, 2026. Time for one of James' Video Diary entries of the day. Having weird thoughts about the things I've observed in human nature lately. I haven't been having bad days. Some of them they've been technically rough. The results happened well, relatively, despite the technical difficulties I've had. Despite breaking down, I still made my deliveries. Today I was driving because I'm kind of bored. I don't have a home. Now, I don't know about you, but I had weird thoughts about what I've observed and how it's affected me. What I've done and my mistakes. Because unbelievably, I'm a human man. I make serious mistakes. And for me, there are consequences. I deal with people who literally don't have any consequences, who have never truly had them. Girl in Roscommon at the park, when I handed her an L by rejection, she went by going on a power trip, and I'm like, that's definitely a no. There's no way. I can't have someone who literally tells me I literally have to lose. I'm not saying that I can't lose, and that I don't often lose. It's that, for me, a lot of the loss, when I don't ever win, and the wins aren't big to me. I mean, that's why I don't have a family. That's why I've turned down 2 millionaires when they made offers. And a third millionaire I met in Bay City, I shut him down before he even could make the offer. Just because it's not going to do me any good. I don't have the base. I don't have the other pieces I need. When I tried to take over the auto repair garage, girl was provided. But when I asked her about me, it was, no, I'm never important. Well, if I'm the motherfucker making the money and I'm never important, it means I don't get the decisions in my own life. It means I don't get decisions in the work I do. Despite it being out of my league, or maybe being unqualified, or taking way longer, you can't source the parts. I've had that with a few people where they treat me like a resource. Then they try and backpedal, and it's like, I don't backpedal for a reason. Backpedaling means you lied. Somebody withheld information from you to intentionally create a drama that didn't need to happen. Look, I mean, I'm not saying that things don't go wrong. I'm saying that most people market as something that they can't sustainably deliver. I can do it. I almost always lowball. And that was former Master Sergeant Warner's doing. I used to overmarket myself like everyone else. He taught me not to. Because if you lowball everything, you got a way to go up. If you're advertising the top, they're going to expect that you're normal. When you can't deliver, you're going to have problems. So now I deliver a middle, a low middle, and I go way higher. When I worked at Lear, I became the guy they could call when the certified guys couldn't do it. These are guys that they certified and were capable of doing the work. When they couldn't, they called me. They called the guy that could literally violate company policy, and then they couldn't get rid of him because he solved too many of their problems, and he knew it. And by the time my employment ended, it's because of racial discrimination on the part of the UAW, along with an expect-respect violation upon another union member, a junior union member. And at the time I wasn't strong enough, didn't have the support to just walk up. I could have bankrupted 1819. Could close the shop on that one incident because the president of the union did it. He violated union rules, shop rules, federal rules. Seriously. and I didn't do it. I wasn't strong enough. I had personal drama that I couldn't solve, and I ended up going into a extended stay motel. I was there till I worked through McDonald's. I worked through a janitorial company. The McDonald's franchisee, the guy that was in charge of the most responsible party, money-wise, offered me, and I'm like, yeah, you're done, you can offer me. Well, you're a man, one, and what I need comes from a woman. Two, even if you try and pull this shit off a Walmart shelf, you're going to have a different reaction. They're going to have a different reaction to you than they will to me. I found that out at auto repair. Started asking this girl, and they're like, well, yeah, you're gonna. When I asked her, well, no, I want to. Well, if you want to be my girl, and I give you a reasonable request, because I know to go pedestrian, it's simply one of the things that Delta Force, the publicly available stuff about them, almost everything's pedestrians, details. It's the little things, being able to live in ambiguity. When most people can't do it, they have to live in certainty that they're God, they're automatically going to win. I don't always have to win. I just have to win when it counts. And if I literally can't win at all, I always have to accept the loss for someone else's win. Well, now you're backpedaling because you didn't do what you could have, would have, should have done. And it's not like you could have, would have, should have done it a day ago, a week ago, a month ago. Now you're talking years, months and years. Same thing with where I'm at now. I'm living out of a semi-truck that's owned by my employer in Reese. There are some bad actors. And the worst part about it is I'm absolutely certain they're capable. The issue is they're not willing to put the effort in to match their marketing. If you match your marketing, fuck, it'd be easy. It'd be like recruiting. When I worked at McDonald's, as the lowest of the low, I took out the entire management staff as an accidental mutiny. And they're looking at me going, how in the fuck are you able to outdo 5 shift managers, a general manager, and a regional manager, and you're able to do it so consistently, it's unnerving. Not only about McDonald's stuff, about being able to make sales. Because being offended is not making cheeseburgers. Being offended is not making money. I mean, if you're in business, being offended is not how you make money. Having a dirty establishment for food service, that's not how you make money. When you make money, you have to have everything ready to rock and roll, and it has to be clean. Go through the drive-thru, it better not smell like garbage or sewage, because clean linens will sell more cheeseburgers than fresh swamp ass. And I said that to the general manager, because I got called on the carpet for him. Almost as bad as when I worked at Hilltop Manor in Roscommon. I called on the carpet for singing Christmas songs for pacing in order to get through the amount of work I had to get through and the extra work that I put in because I wanted my people well cared for. And a lot of the stuff I did get away with because I cleaned up the evidence. So there was never anything for them to there was never any evidence of what I did. It's like when you're in the woods, or as you're in homeless, you don't leave evidence that you're homeless. As a truck driver, I get to park in places that you shouldn't park, that most people wouldn't park. And it's not because I have skill to get in some really tight spaces. I do, but I mean, I park in places that I get to park in places that most people can't, because I don't make a mess. I'm very quiet. I'm fairly frugal. Not that since I've been working My strings haven't loosened, my purse strings. I'm driving a different vehicle. I paid for cash. I didn't take a loan. I have more money in my pocket than I've ever had. That didn't have any strings attached to it. I could turn it in the wind, I could burn it. I won't, but I could. You can see I'm fairly well groomed. I got good, clean clothes on. I am getting a shower a couple, 3 times a week when it's possible. I'm starting to have issues of exercise. I'm not exercising very much anymore, so I'm getting out of shape. I've got a good belt, a brand new one. I had to order it. I'm in a position where I'm a little bit lost. I mean, I don't really have any good candidates to investigate. I don't have a life. I don't have a home. I mean, I guess if I had a home, it'd be like asking people for things they literally don't want to do until they literally figure out what you are. Then you have to do it their way. And they'll only do it your way after they've exhausted their entire book. And I mean, I don't know. To me, it seems really stupid. You don't look at the situation. There's no situational awareness. Same thing with when I'm on the road. I see drivers that have no situational awareness. They would not make the moves that they make if they understood the physics that, I mean, you really want to lose your car and lose your life. You're road killing them. Beer can, pop can, tea can, whatever the particular can is. I mean, a lot of my philosophy is let the guys that are going to literally ruin my day, that are willing to destroy their own equipment and try to make you the bad guy for their poor choices. It's been kind of one of those recurring themes in a lot of areas of my life. Until people figure out what I really am and what I can really do for them, they literally won't do what they need to do. Or they'll make me suck a banana. That was another good one. When I was in Glad, when there was a girl at the bar who might want to make me suck a banana, I'm like, I'm first banana or nothing. You want me to make you first banana, but you don't want to make me first banana? You'll let yourself do things that if you were me, you wouldn't allow. And you're telling me that I have to allow them? I see that with a lot of people. I've had people that tell me, well, how do you do this? Are you an adult? You have exes. Then you have experience. Would you want someone to pity you? Would you want to build a relationship on pity? I don't. I want to build it on respect. I want to be able to know if I say something to you, if I give you an instruction, don't screw other men. Get down. I scream a direction like get down, gun. You're hitting the dirt just like me. That way you're not saying, oh my God, I'm impervious to bullets because I don't understand how they work. I don't want to be wearing you like that. I want you to have situational awareness to know that if the situation reversed, you would do exactly what I'd be doing. You see the exact same thing I do. Now I'm very lucky and I'm blessed. And these are ears, not taxi doors. The comment section, open. This is not a monetized channel because I don't need money to get in the way of skill. I'm sorry for the length of this one. Apparently they're getting longer and they're kind of a little disjointed. Kind of like me, I'm a little lost. Thank you. Have a good one.